The doctor is examining the patient's teeth but can't find anything wrong. Yet the patient keeps screaming in agony. The doctor is completely baffled. Why would there be pain when the teeth look perfectly normal, with no cavities or swelling? He pulls up the patient's x-rays, and this time he notices some white shadows near the tooth roots. But he assumes it's just a glare from the light, so he prescribes some painkillers and sends the patient home to rest. That evening, the doctor discovers several worms in the sink the patient had used. He quickly grabs the drain filter and finds it completely filled with worms. Thoroughly disgusted, he immediately tosses the filter into the trash. But as he turns on the faucet to wash his hands, something suddenly clicks. He takes another careful look at the patient's x-rays, and this time he's absolutely shocked. Those white shadows are actually worms deeply embedded in the tooth roots. He's never seen anything like this before. He immediately heads to the library to research. After searching through materials for a long time, he finally finds relevant information in an old book. These worms are called tooth worms. They lay eggs near the teeth, then slowly spread throughout the body, eventually reaching the brain. They're the product of an ancient biological experiment that was later terminated. Since then, these worms had never been seen again. Just then, he gets a call from the hospital. The patient is back, but this time the pain is even more severe. After learning there are worms inside the patient's body, he pauses for a moment to think. Then he warns the nurse to put on gloves and protective goggles. This situation is serious. But the nurse thinks the doctor is being overly cautious and tells him to just come do the surgery, so he quickly suits up in full protective gear and prepares for the operation. When he cuts open the patient's gums and successfully extracts some of the tooth worms, the worms start frantically burrowing toward the patient's brain, and the patient begins twisting and writhing as if possessed. The movie title is in the video title. Follow me to watch the next exciting part of the film.